Hi everybody, welcome back to Ukulele Summer. I am wearing white today in honor of the suffragettes. 2020 is the 100th anniversary of women's suffrage here in the US, and so I wanted to be sure to include a song with that in mind this summer. This song is Cotton Mill Girls. It's not a song specifically about the suffragettes or about the women's vote, but it is about women singing, actually girls in this case, I mean literally children, who were working in the cotton mills, and because they did not have a voice, because women did not have a vote, they could not change the conditions. And so they turned to music, as we know is also a powerful vehicle, but certainly no substitute for the vote. So Cotton Mill Girls is a traditional tune. I believe it was made famous, sort of spread around to the public in 1963 when it was recorded by Hedy West. She was a marvelous banjo player who gathered up a lot of tunes from her Appalachian community and shared them with the world. So I thank her and her songs. This is Cotton Mill Girls. We are going to play it in the key of A, so you're going to need that A chord. We're also going to need a D chord. This is our typical family here. And E7. Love that chord. It's a bit of a bear at first, but once you get it, it's a great one to throw in there. If you're not familiar with it, I've got my index finger on the first fret of G, middle is on the second fret of C, and the ring finger's over here on the second fret of A. Right there. And the chord progression for this song is what I call a boomerang pattern, and that is because we are starting on that home chord of A, and then we're going to throw that boomerang out to the D chord, come on back to the A chord, because that's what boomerangs do. They come right back home. Throw it out to the E7 chord, and then come on back to the A chord again. Start all over, out to D, back to A, out to E7 again, and back to A, and so on and so forth. So we are traveling. You can also think of it as like an infinity pattern for this particular song, because we are always traveling from that A chord out to D, back to A, out to E7, back to A, just sort of in this constant loop. The thing to watch out for is the timing. The first line is very even, 4 beats of each, or one measure of each chord. A, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, back to A, 2, 3, 4, E7. Now watch out, second line is a little different. A, 2, 3, 4 to D. We're gonna smush it into a sandwich. A, switch, E7, back to A for that final measure. Let's try it again. A, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, E7, 2, 3, 4, A, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3. Here's the sandwich. A, E7, back to A, 2, 3, 4. All right, so just watch out for that. That often happens in music where the first line ends on that sort of musical question, that unresolved note, right? So we know we're not done with the verse or the chorus, but when we get to the end, we want to throw it in there, but not end there. We want to come back to that root, so we feel like we've finished out that verse, finished out that chorus, finished out the song. So just watch out for that as we go along. I'm going to use a thumb strum. Let's add some strum into it. So I've got my thumb on the low G, and then I'm going to strum the rest. You can use your thumb for all of it, or thumb and strum with your index finger or the rest of your fingers like this. That's often how I do it. And then if you have a high G string, what you can do instead is pluck the C string and then do all of the strings, including your high G there. That'll work too. You just want to make sure whatever you're plucking is the lowest note of the chord. All right, let's give it a try. We'll add those chord patterns back into the strum pattern, and then we'll add some words. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and A, 3, 4 to D, 2, 3, 4 to A, 2, 3, 4, E7, A, D. Here's the sandwich. A, E7 to A. It's hard times, cotton mill girls. It's hard times, cotton mill girls. Hard times, cotton mill girls. It's hard times everywhere. Try it again. Hard times, cotton mill girls. Hard times, cotton mill girls. Hard times, cotton mill girls. Hard times everywhere. pause right there. So feel free to take a pause, review anything that you need. When you are ready, stick around for the play along. But note to self, it's going to go a little faster than what we just played. There's a little bit more pep to this one. All right, enjoy. Here is Cotton Mill Girls. Hi everybody, here's Cotton Mill Girls in the key of A, starting on that A chord. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Here we go. It's hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times, Cotton Mill Girls. Hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times everywhere. Verse 1, I worked in the cotton mill all my life, and I ain't got nothing but a Barlow knife, and it's hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times everywhere. Chorus, it's hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times everywhere. Us kids work 12 hours a day for 14 cents of measly pay, and it's hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times everywhere. Oh, it's hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times everywhere. Now when I die, don't bury me at all, just hang me up on the spinning room wall, pickle my bones in alcohol. It's hard times everywhere. Oh, it's hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times everywhere. Oh, it's hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times, Cotton Mill Girls, hard times everywhere. Yeah, nicely done. Enjoy this one. One more quick thing. If you found this video helpful, I encourage you to consider becoming a member. It's a great way to say thank you, to keep this channel going, and to enjoy some extra perks and resources. You can learn more by clicking join next to the subscribe button below. Thank you so much for the support.